are we finally seeing some signs of recovery in the white-collar jobs market? To help us understand the state of formal jobs, we're in conversation with Sashi Kumar, Head of Sales at online job portal Indeed. Mr. Kumar, thank you so much for taking time out to speak to us.
Thank you. Wonderful speaking to you, Pallavi.
So, it's been a difficult last year for job seekers, the last fiscal. We saw premier institutes in engineering and management, for instance, struggling to place their students. That, of course, reflected in the broader markets as well. It was difficult, especially for freshers, but the repercussions were felt across the board. To begin with, I do want to understand where we are at currently in comparison. Would it be safe to say that we are seeing signs of some improvement?
Yes, most definitely. The short answer is yes, we are seeing signs of improvement, but we'll have to understand why last year happened and what were some of the drivers behind what happened last year. So in 21-22, the year 1 year ahead, there was a significant increase in hiring, specifically in the IT sector, which sort of dominates a lot of the fresher hiring activity in India. We saw hiring increase by about 20-21%. And the next year, because of war, because of inflation and general softness in business, we saw a significant decline by about 18-20%. What we are seeing this year is a steady increase. It's definitely not gone back to where it was in the past, but we've seen a good increase in hiring by about 8-10%, primarily on the back of increased demand for generative AI, cybersecurity, and cloud computing.
Okay, so I do want to ask you if the improvement is across experience levels and also your sort of forward guidance on whether we can expect this improvement to sustain.
So I think the increase has been more sustained in the lateral levels rather than in the fresher levels. We are still seeing improvements happening in fresher hiring, but definitely not to the extent we've seen it in lateral levels. So I think it was only yesterday that Infosys news came out about Infosys hiring about 1,000 freshers that they had given offers to in the past. So it's improving there as well, but most of the improvement is being driven by lateral hiring in the IT space.
Okay, all right. So lateral hiring in the IT space is what's possibly one of the indicators in the job market. That's the one sector that is seeing definite signs of improvement. I also do want to ask you about the gig economy. We are almost at the start of the festive season. In fact, it's broadly started. That does give some sort of a temporary fillip, at least, to the job space. So what's that looking like this year around?
So, in fact, this year is significantly good news. We are seeing at least a 20% increase in hiring around festive roles for festive season over last year. And what has been striking is that tier 2 cities have been significantly driving this. So if you were to look at growth in festive season hiring, cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, and Kolkata, we've seen an 18% odd increase. But for the first time, we are seeing tier 2 and tier 3 cities like Nagpur, Jaipur, Vadodara, etc., seeing somewhere between 22-25% increase in hiring. So I think good news on the festive hiring front.
Okay, all right. And, just help me understand, does this sort of also speak of the broader economy and in turn, the prospects for white-collar jobs going forward? We have seen, in fact, just today, the RBI governor speaking about resilience in the economy, staying on. The RBI does expect growth to once again exceed 7%. These are all good signs for the broader job market as well, right?
No, absolutely. There are very good signs for the broader job market. I think increase in hiring before the festive season is a sign that most companies expect to have a sort of bumper festive season sale. So obviously there will be downstream effects around white collar roles as well. And even within white collar, we've seen that sales, customer service roles have seen a significant increase in demand. So I think definitely a good sign for the economy.
Okay, and one last question before we can let you go, Mr. Kumar. Amidst all of this, we are still seeing mixed cues from the international front. We're still talking about chances of some kind of a slowdown. possibly even a recession in America. How mild it is or it isn't, that's something that remains to be seen. But that's also bound to continue to pose sort of a downward risk to the job sector in India as well, right? So how do you sort of piece together the entire picture at this stage?
So yes, there are uncertainties in the global market, which is why the recovery, specifically in the IT sector, which is most impacted by global and international trends, has been sort of uneven. We will get more clarity as we go by. We've got elections in the United States later this year, early next year. The economy and all of that, how that shapes up, will significantly depend on how much the hiring, specifically in IT, will go up over the next 6 to 12 months.
All right. Thanks a lot for taking time out for us, Mr. Kumar, and we hope to touch base with you soon enough again.
So, thank you, Pallavi. Have a good day.